My name is Yuchen Han. I'm a second year TLM student at MIS. I'm from China.
My name is Yeonun Cha, and I'm in the TI Korean and English department. I'm a native Korean.
My name is Zhi Xuan. I'm currently a second year TLM student in MIS. I'm originally from China.
For me, I think it's an uneasy feeling when you first go to a new country or get experience with a new culture. You just don't understand why people do things in a certain way, and you don't know, you feel lost, you don't know how to what to do.
I define culture shock as where a person goes to another country with another culture that experiences the differences in culture.
Culture shock is something like when you enter a new culture that you encounter something you are not familiar with, and in this situation you may feel lost, lost.
Okay, so when I first came to California, one thing that I found I'm not used to is when I go to Trader Joe's near our school, the cashier was really welcoming, and they all asked a lot of questions when I was checking out, like how's your day, how are you, because we don't really do that in China, and I was kind of lost about how to respond. I don't know whether I should just say, oh, okay, I'm good, or really tell them about how my day was.
For example, I lived in Korea for most of my entire life, and I came to America for the first time. And well, most of the Koreans actually ask the question, how old is your age, at the first time they meet each other, but in America they don't do that because it's a very private question. And I define that as a culture shock, and I think it is more better actually because we get to know each other better without the language, or well, there is language barrier, but without the age barrier that comes within the Korean hierarchy.
When I first got to the US, I wasn't familiar with the party culture here. Usually in my culture, only close friends or at least acquaintances hang out together. But here, like if you're invited to a party, you may meet a whole room of strangers. So for me, this was really like something unfamiliar.
For the Trader Joe's example, when I feel like confused, I went to my roommates who were Americans and I asked them about this, like how you respond in such a situation, and they tell me about it. So I get an idea of like how people usually do this like here. So I guess just talk to people who are from this culture.
I guess it is more better that you can ask people more familiarly without hesitance and can become more friends more easily.
I try to communicate with my American friends to ask for suggestions, and also I didn't avoid this kind of opportunities to be involved in parties. So I think my solution is just to face it.
I guess the first thing is to stay open-minded. When you see something different, like see something new, don't judge it. Try to take the initiative to understand why people do things in a certain way. And I think it's helpful to actually try out new ways of doing things yourself so that you can have a better idea.
So don't hesitate to reach out. I think that's the advice that I can give you.
I think the point here is to be open, to be willing to encounter difficulties, and also be open to those who can offer you suggestions.